Good evening, thriving therapist. I am never on here late at night. You're probably wondering what is going on. I'm a morning person, I'm an early bird, so I am never usually online this late. But I kept my Zoom shirt on for you guys, so I wanted to hop in here and tell you real quick something that's been on my mind. I'm really bothered by this. I am getting so fed up with hearing about how many of you are showing up super brave, putting yourself out there, trying to build a beautiful, thriving practice, and you're getting negative feedback. People are giving you nasty comments about it. I'll tell you a little story. Back when I was just starting my degree, and no, back when I was starting my private practice, I had just finished my degree. I had spent a big chunk of change on my master's program at University of Michigan. I had a baby, which made me defer my program for a year, so I couldn't even start it on time. I had to extend the entire master's, and I finished it with another baby at the end. I actually gave the graduating speech to my class at University of Michigan with a baby in my belly. And so I bookended my master's degree with children. I finished that degree. I worked my little tail off trying to do two jobs to make my private practice work. And I'll never forget telling a really good friend of mine at the time that I was super excited about trying to build a private practice. And she said, I never wanted to do that. She was also a therapist, and she said she was a school counselor. She said, I never wanted to do that because I never wanted to work all nights and weekends. And I was like, oh, I don't expect to work nights and weekends. I expect to work during the day. I wanted the freedom and the flexibility, and I wanted to be able to offer, my sessions at a time that worked for me. Right, Lisa? It is possible. And I remember feeling so upset by that. And then I remembered, that's not my story. That's yours. And I really tried to reframe that perspective and not take it personally, right? Part of the four agreements. And I just kind of listened to her and thought to myself, that's because she didn't feel brave enough or have the courage to step into private practice. And she was worried that she was going to have to take, if she did it, she was going to have to take clients only at night or on the weekends. And that is not true. I have built a very successful practice Monday through Friday during school hours. And it was 8:30 in the morning as my first patient, and I go until 2:30 or 3:30 in the afternoon, and that's it. I turn into a pumpkin early in the evening. I actually am a very, very strong morning person. I'm an early bird, and I cannot handle working late in the evening. So I could never really do evenings. I never wanted to take clients at night, and I never wanted to do weekend appointments. And I got to tell you that I've been hearing a lot of therapists. You guys have been emailing me, you've been messaging me, and sharing your discouragement and some of the critique that you're hearing. I've got to tell you how upsetting that is, because I feel for you. I have felt it myself, and I just want to get on here to encourage you to keep on showing up brave. You know who you are. You've been writing me, you've been writing messages, and I thought everybody would be able to relate to this. Kimberly Renee is saying that is what I'm doing now. I start at 8 a.m. and I'm done by 3. Go girl! You can totally do that. And then you've got your whole afternoon free. You can do your dinner hour with your family, and it looks like you've got people in your profile picture that you're living with and taking care of there. And so it's so nice to be able to have that freedom and flexibility. The other thing I'm hearing is people are putting themselves out there, and they're offering like a workshop, or they're offering a program, or they're offering some sort of special virtual retreat right now, or some sort of online summit. Hi, Holly. And I'm telling you, it is so frustrating when you put yourself out there and you get negative feedback. It is so irritating. I know that feeling. It hurts. It stings. You know what? We are human, and we have an ego too. I know that we've got tons of training, and we're super evolved, and we're therapists, and we're supposed to have all this stuff together, but we are human. And it hurts, when you put an offer out there and you put something in front of the world, and somebody gives you some sort of critique or judgmental comment about it, it stings. But I will tell you what keeps me going. Every time I do something and I hear something like that from other people, I remember Brene Brown's quote about stepping into the arena. And she was like, if you're not in the arena getting your ass kicked Two, then she said, I'm not interested in your feedback. And that always kept me going whenever I would put a pitch out there, try to do a keynote speech, or put together some sort of a retreat or a workshop or an offer. When I built my first Costa Rica retreat in the middle of an economic, downturn in 2012, I had good friends of mine, neighbors that I dearly loved, that are still friends of mine today, that actually saw my post about it on Facebook and mocked me. I have done 6 or 7 international retreats since then, and they have all sold out, and they've all been a huge smash success. And I just feel like, you know what? That's not my story. That's yours. And I think that's the thing we have to do, is really armor up on those kind of situations and really remember what part is ours and what part is not ours, because this is hard work. Putting yourself out there, stepping into something really brave and courageous is not easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy. And yes, it's true, Holly. They mocked me. They were like, oh yeah, we're going to go and do a retreat right now in Dubai. And they were like making jokes about it, like mocking me. And I felt so hurt by that. I'll never forget what that felt like. So I tell you what, though, it gave me even more gumption just to get out there and make it successful. And I dusted off the sting of that, and I just showed up brave and courageous again, because I believed in what I was doing and I knew I could do it. So I hope that this is reaching someone who needs this tonight. You guys have been writing me. I have seen the messages, and I feel for you. I know that pain. I know it stings. And I know it's hard when you put yourself out there and you get those kinds of messages. So don't let it stop you. You've got so much to give the world, and I really want to encourage you to just keep on thriving, keep on putting your great information and your workshops and your offers, and build that practice of your dreams, because it's totally possible and you can do it. All right, you guys, I'm signing off now. It's time for me to get ready for bed.